Hello friends, this is Dr. Manish Devidi at your service. This is the second video from my channel. I have been receiving a lot many of requests to draft a video on literature review, that how to work on the literature review part as such. So here we are with the next edition of my channel, a new video on literature review. To start with, if we have a broader look at the literature review part of a research thesis or any kind of study we are conducting, this part of study is basically it is the heart and soul of your overall orientation of the study. If this part is done properly, then this is a guarantee that your study will move into a right direction. First thing. Second thing is that we will be able to identify a number of other related components of our study if we are having a thorough this literature with us. Then thirdly, there is another apex benefit of the same, that literature review also widens our scope of study. Till the time we had in the last video, as I had told you, that how to select a research topic. You are okay with the research topic, fine. Your guide is okay, then also it is fine. But when you go through a literature review or you go through a number of studies which are available on different sources, you get a wider view of your own topic. You will come to know, okay, this can also be done, okay, this can also be done. There are a number of avenues which you will meet, number of people you will see. Okay, so basically it is the heart and soul of your study as such. Now, what is literature review in layman language? If we want to elaborate the literature review, this means that it is a written overview of major writings and other sources on a selected topic. Okay, then sources covered in the review may include scholarly journals, articles, books, government reports, websites, even newspapers, and even some lectures which are not available in a theoretical form or in a recorded form, or what you had attended in your recent past, maybe in the form of your coursework as well, or what you had learned at your graduate or postgraduate level. That can also help you. Then the literature review provides a description, summary and evaluation of each source. Then how it is being done? It is being done in the form where everything is not being elaborated. You get a number of components related to each other in a summary form because somebody else has done it. Because someone at a different location, on a spatial and temporal basis, or on the variation of temporal and spatial basis. So you will get a number of dimensions of your related study. Okay, so this is what actually literature review is. Then there are certain basic points which we will be discussing in this particular video. First thing, we have to be very sure on the topic we have chosen. Then second is, we have to break the topic into small parts. Then we have to find all the available avenues with us. Then at the second level, we have to re-evaluate those avenues, that what is wrong or right with those avenues. This we will come to know gradually. This we will come to know by our own experiences, that when we go through a number of avenues at the first stance, all the avenues will be looking good to us. But then again, as and when we move on in the process, we will come to know that okay, these avenues are not so good, so we can leave them, no problem. Then again, we have to read a number of text and reference books which are being related to our topic. Apart from books, okay, we know that books are the best friend of a given human being or a scholar or a person, whosoever is going deep into a research kind of thing. But then again, apart from different kind of books we find around us, maybe in the libraries, maybe in the soft copies, and even other particular avenues. So books are basically the form of secondary data which is available in different parts. Or maybe we can also say that these are the thought process of people who had given their life and blood to a certain area. Maybe it is marketing, maybe it is research, maybe it is statistics, maybe it is physiology, maybe it is sociology, history, geography, whatever subject we know. So we can take some of the references that a person has already had touched. Okay, that is the base reference of textbooks in our own study. Now coming to the research papers, next is collect the research papers. Why to collect the research papers? If we are in a good university, maybe it is central or a state university, we are having access to a number of journals with us. E-journals, physical journals, whatever being coming to our libraries, maybe coming to our college, maybe coming to our university, wherever it is. So we are having access to that. We have to sit back and relax that yes, okay, we have to go through these 100, 200, 300 journals in a given period of time, maybe 1 month, 3 months, 5 months, or maybe a year or so. It will take time. Obviously, it is going to take time. You cannot do that this thing as easy as that. Maybe even you are going to access Google for that. Then also you have to give time. Okay, this is based on your own ability to understand the concept, elaborate the concept, and then also to present the stages of the same in a different form. It is something like that. Okay, so collect the research papers. Whatever may be the issue, you collect the research paper on the same. Put them in one folder or maybe one file. If they are physical, put them in a file. If they are in a soft copy, then put them in a folder. And then at the end of the day, go through them number of times and then come up with a right kind of idea that yes, this is the outcome. Then look for the next is look for newspaper articles and Google News. Yes, this is the some major source of information we are being into. When we go through the newspaper on a daily basis, we come across a number of components or maybe the platform of facts which we are not known to, that we sometimes will get astonished that okay, oh my god, this can also be done. How? Then reason is given in the news. Like even in your own vicinity, somehow there was a raid on a person to whom you supposed to meet on a daily basis. Okay, you greet him in the morning and the evening. You say yes sir, good morning, yes sir, good evening. Like that, and you visit him also on a times, and all of a sudden one day you identify that he was a billionaire. He was having a basement in his flat or in his home which is full of currency notes. You never knew. It is something like that these things have to come across somehow or other. Maybe to the relevance to your topic, what you had chosen as a research area, that relevance can maybe coming from the Google News, maybe coming from the newspaper articles. Relevance has to come somehow. That these are the events which have been, emerged in a period of time, maybe 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, or maybe in a period of 15 days or so. So this can be one avenue for information in any case. Then next is put all the material in a table form. Why to put all the material in a table form? So it is just because it is easy to understand, easy to compare, easy to make other people understand that yes, this is the reason why I am doing it. It becomes easier. and even also it shows your sincerity towards the topic you are taking. Then when you are done with it, show it to your seniors. Seniors means what? Seniors means the people who are in the second year or third year of the process and you had just joined. Those are the seniors. Then maybe your colleagues from your post-graduation period, maybe the people who are from your own family who are having the understanding of research as such. So those are the seniors as such. Now, then the prime source of prime source of reference is your guide. You show it to your guide if he or she is comfortable with the same. I will not use the word acquainted because acquaintance come with a lot of knowledge. Okay, so if a guide is comfortable that yes, you move on with it. Acquaintance is something that may not be coming to in your way or maybe coming to your own topic in a 15 or 20 years time. Every person or every guide is not comfortable with that. It is a truth, but then again, there are some people who have been guiding research scholars for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. So the acquaintance may be there, but in the normal cases, if you are from the second or third batch of your research guide, so acquaintance may not be there. Okay, he or she can give the confirmation that yes, you move along with that. Now get the feedback and make necessary changes if changes are required. Now we will be discussing all these three topics in parts and pieces for your better understanding. Like moving on about the topic. Be confident first place. Because you had spared till now, you had spared a lot of time on that. Maybe 6 months, 8 months, or even a year till the time your RDC is being done, or in some of the private or government organizations where RAC or DRC, whatever the name is given to it. This is the first interaction with all those knowledgeable people under inverted commas, who are supposed to give a yes to your topic, that yes, A can, or you can, or B can, or C can go with a particular topic because you are ready with your objectives, with your hypothesis, with your research process, and you can move on. So do not attempt to, try oblique attempt to change your topic. No, don't do that. Because you had already spent a lot of time on deciding on a topic. So don't do that. Be specific, be confident that yes, I can do on it. Whatever topic you had taken, once it got confirmation from certain group of people or maybe from a certain domains, maybe it is academic, non-academic, maybe all the kind of sources you have been through with. So be confident on the topic that is, I can go with it. Okay. This calls for that try to stick the topic you have chosen and make minimum changes in the orientation of the same. Over here, the term orientation refers to that yes, these are the people to whom I am going to connect during the process of my study. These are the certain kind of questionnaire who I am going to exercise in a given period of time. Then the kind of study I am going to do in 3 months, 4 months, or in a year's time. This is the questionnaire which I am going to work on it. And everything is being connected directly to the topic you had taken. Then select appropriate keywords for write such a material. This can be done in a gradual process. Maybe at the initial stage you may not be very much comfortable with the topic, may not be very much comfortable with the keywords you are going to take, but gradually will come to. Consider a period of at least 10 years. This means that whatever studies you are going to take, whatever research papers, maybe the articles, newspaper articles, people, quotations, whatever you are taking. Minimum time slab is 10 years. Suppose I am doing a study in 2022, then my information slab refers to 2012, starting from 2012, maybe 10 also, maybe 10 also. So we have to start from there, because the recent developments those are being done in my own study area. It calls for a study that has been done in the last 10 years or so. It is like that, because prior to that, maybe the certain resources which are available now, they are not available. Okay. For a reference, I can say one thing that PH Start 2. This is one software being issued by a international publisher. Okay. Now he has given that software to the authors who are going to solve the questions on the same and put them in the book they are authoring. Prior to that, there was MS Excel, Microsoft Excel. Prior to that, there was Spaces. Then maybe the R software, and many other softwares are available 10 years back. But then again, the results they are getting from PH Start 2 are somehow different from the others. More elaborated, more to the point, more concise, more presentable. So in the last 10 years, they are using PH Start 2. This is an example. There can be a number of examples. There can be a number of instances which will prevent you from dealing with the components available 10 years prior to. Okay. So keep the track of the same and take all the studies that have been done in the last 10 years also. Okay. Now, second thing. Break the topic into small parts. This means that you have written a 2-line, 3-line topic of a study. You have to just find out certain keywords, because those keywords are going to help you a lot in certain cases. How? Suppose I had taken a study. This is one of the studies taken by one of my scholars. She is a doctorate as of now and working as a professor in a Central University of India, and being visited a number of foreign countries, foreign universities, where she has given lectures, where she has taken motivational sessions also, as far as mutual fund investments are concerned. Her topic was that evaluation of brand performance of financial products with a special reference to newly launched equity mutual funds. Oh my God. When she came to me, she was not very much confident about the kind of orientation she is going to pursue with. I also argued that, dear, you have taken a different topic, and this may or may not give you the desired results as such. But she was confident that yes, I can do it. Sir, please let me know that what are the avenues and how can he proceed with the same. This topic was being efforted on the basis of primary and secondary data both. At the first hand, we had considered the secondary data, first thing. Then the scholar has moved on to primary data. She had collected, taken around 500 or 600 respondent in a given set of people, and taken from that, and then she had moved on to collaboration of both the primary and secondary data as such. So that's what the story behind this particular topic. Now, if you want to get the keywords from this particular topic, what can be the keyword? First keyword is brand performance. Brand performance include thousands and thousands of Google searches, maybe millions also. Brand is a very common term in Google. Performance or even the brand performance it is a very common term in Google. But
Then again, when it comes to mutual fund, brand performance has a altogether a different meaning. Okay, now second is brand performance of mutual funds. When we put brand performance in a Google search, it will give you a million of outcomes. Maybe related to physical product, maybe related to services, maybe related to certain brands what we have been through. Then when it comes to mutual funds, then it will be concise to a form. It from millions it comes to thousands. So whatever top 10, top 20 results are coming in front of you, you can go with that. Maybe you are not copying all the 100, 200, 300, 400 components in front of you. Then performance of mutual fund in recent past. This can be one keyword which you will be searching. Then performance of parent companies. Here the term parent companies mean that State Bank of India and Mutual Fund of SBI, these are the two different entities. These are the two different entities. When we talk of ICICI Bank and when we talk of ICICI Mutual Fund, these are the two different entities. So the parent companies ICICI Bank, and the current emulation or the kind of revenue is what? ICICI Mutual Fund, in which people are going to invest on a certain basis. Okay, so these can be the keywords, and even you can find a number of keywords other than this as well. It depends upon your own knowledge, maybe your own orientation, maybe on your own thought process of your guide, thought process of the people you are working with, thought process of your colleagues as such. So you can derive n number of keywords out of a given topic. Now third is find the avenues and reevaluate the avenues. All the avenues are not correct. This is a good statement. Every avenue you come across is not a good one. I will give an example for this. I had searched YouTube that how to commit suicide. Okay. Now, when you type such a irrelevant topic on a platform like YouTube, and even if search for the same on a platform like Twitter, maybe Facebook, Tinder, and whatever website you known to, they may or may not give you the appropriate results. If I really wanted to die, then I might have slept over the rails, and a train will come and get to my thoughts that yes, I am met with. But no, when you challenge the avenues, every time you should not get a appropriate answer. Okay, they will tell you something which is relevant, but then how much relevance is there, you have to decide. How much relevance is there, you have to decide. There are certain people on YouTube, I found that when I typed keywords like how to commit suicide, there are certain people who used to say that when you eat kurkure and drink inu, if you eat kurkure and over that if you drink you will die. How did I mention that? I even don't know what is the outcome of the same, and I even don't know what condition will appear in a coming 10-15 minutes or so. So we are not getting, every time we are not getting the appropriate answers. Okay, like I had again searched that what is the situation of Voyager 2 on Mars? What is the situation of Voyager 2 on Mars? Because they had telecasted the same for around 7.5 months that yes, Voyager 2 is moving in this direction, NASA is doing so, NASA is doing that. But after 2.5 months, that video has been posted on YouTube. I again search for that. There is no video on YouTube or even on Google. There is nobody to answer on that because from their point of view, Voyager 1 is of no use as of now. It is standing lonely somewhere in Mars or God knows where. Okay, now evaluation of this is the topic evaluation of broad performance of my financial products with special reference to newly launched equity mutual funds. What are the basic avenues? Basic avenues are the same what I had discussed: research papers, online journals, conferences, seminars, papers quoted in other studies, papers related to a topic. These are the general avenues we generally come across. Okay, we will find whatever we need. In a literature review part, we need to take around 100, 150 research papers and journals and newspaper articles like that. Okay, but then again, are those sufficient? Did they cover a particular time period or they are relevant as such? Who is going to decide on that? We? No. Guide? No. Who is going to decide on that? Topic is going to decide on that. The keywords which we had taken from our topic in the last slide, those keywords should match to the material you had collected. If there is a discrepancy, if there is a difference between the, material you had collected and the topic you had touched, if there is a difference, then you have to re-evaluate the venues. How to re-evaluate the venues? It is very simple again. Just change your own orientation. How to do that? Look only for international journals, first of all. That will give you a wider range of apprehensions. Then second is search for authors of international repute. Okay, we can all do that. Reason is very simple reason because the people who are working on international fronts, they are having more elaborated ideas. This is not like that if a person is doing a study in India, then only an international authorship or an international research paper is going to help him or her. Even a person sitting in China or maybe Taiwan, maybe in America, maybe in Canada, maybe in Afghanistan, wheresoever the person is sitting, even a research paper from Indian origin can help them. Here international doesn't means only the research papers coming from different countries apart from India, maybe even from India also, but they have to get published in an international journal or international kind of thing out of India. So this is a bit change of orientation. Compare the quality of the basis of citations. This is an important avenue. You have to look for the citations. When you search for ResearchGate, when you search for Elsevier, when you search for some other international repute journal or series of journals, the value of the same can be judged on the basis of citations made. Citation mean what? That your particular paper or the paper of a particular author has been quoted this number of times. This number of times, 10, 20, 30, 40, 200, 300, 400, 1000, 2000, 5000 times that paper has been quoted. So this means that yes, this paper is of use to us. Okay, look for freelance point of view. This can be Google. You can ask Google to give you results on the same. Okay. Now read the text and reference book related to the topic. As you can see this pretty slide over here that a book is sitting hand in hand with a person. This means that books are the real friends of a human being. And this stands true since almost 1000 years from where the paperback has been started, and printing has been started, or somehow the material has been publicized from a certain extent. Okay. So from that point of view, books had remained the best friend of a person, of people as such. Now, books are having all the knowledge. Yes, books are having all the knowledge. Today also, why? I will tell you why. Today also, if a person is going to fight a UPSC examination for IAS and PCS and IPS and all those civil services examinations, the basic orientation what a person has done in his or her classes prior to 11th or maybe 10th or so. Okay. The same question are being asked again and again. Questions based on SST, question based on geography, basic geography of the country, basic geography of India, basic geography of the globe as such. Okay, same question are being asked again and again, but we are having a different orientation for them. We used to spend thousand of rupees in getting coachings from different places, from metropolitan cities, that yeah, we have to attend that coaching so that they can tell us what is the latest development in the field of general study or maybe in GS. So they are fighting for the life, they are fighting for to complete our examination, but they have never given acquaintance that yes, if we had studied our class 6 and 7th and 8th and 10th SST book properly, this situation might not have come. I had personally, experienced the same. Then don't stick to the books of one author only. From my point of view, maybe Mahalakshmi, then Philip Kotler, maybe Arundhati, maybe Shukla and Shukla. Then there are a number of books which have been written on marketing, where there are certain people, even few of my professors are written books on marketing. So they had taken inspiration from last books, and we cannot say that this is the last available knowledge source in market like Kotler. No. Some one line given in a particular book can change your life. Okay, but you will come across that line when you will go further with the books. Gradual process is there. You go further with the books, you collect one book, two books, three books, and finally you reach a certain book where one given line or one given quote is going to change your life. Then try to take notes. Maybe this is important, but not every time. You can take notes. You can take notes. One or two lines from each chapter, maybe one or two lines from the chapter you have decided to study. You can take notes. You will get a better idea regarding recent development in the area and also in the future scope. We will get an idea. Obviously, we are going to get an idea that yes, in the coming 10 years, what can be the development which we can see in front of us. Yes, this can come. Okay. Now, then collect the research papers, look for newspaper articles and Google News too. This means that any platform coming across to you is not summative in its own reference. It is not complete. If you go through the newspaper, then you are supposed to get every newspaper copy from the last 10 years. Is it so? No. No. You have to just take a few articles. You have to just go through the editorials. You have to just go through the news from respective companies you desire to. Suppose I am working on mutual fund, so there are certain companies in India who are floating mutual funds, not all. So there are merely 50, 60, 70 companies who are floating mutual funds in the market, which are known, which are renowned, which are being discussed again and again. Keep a track of the same since last 1 year, 2 year, or 3 years. It is sufficient, isn't it? Then you have to go to the Google News as well. Google News is generally coming from Economic Times, Times of India, Financial Express, then Economic Times, and some other basic kind of newspapers. In some of the cases, this thing is coming from even from international or American newspapers, or newspapers from Canada, maybe newspapers from some other countries. So this thing is coming up in a way or so. So we have to look after that as well. But don't hesitate, because whatever information you collect at this juncture in the duration of a literature review, it will going to help you a lot. Then certain guidelines. Search for good research paper in the connected area. Try to locate best researchers in the field. This we can do with the help of our own guide or the professors we had come across in our previous studies at the UG level, at PG level, or maybe even now. Who is the best researcher in the field? Then consider quality papers. Quality means, quality again is a vague kind of concept, because beauty lies in the eyes of beholder. To some person, quality is something else. To some person, quality is something else. To us, to you, to somebody else, the meaning of quality is different. As far as my point of view concerned, if a paper includes quantitative analysis, then it is a quality paper. Okay, so you can have your own parameters, that from my point of view, quality is this, from my guide's point of view, quality is this, from my colleague's point of view, quality is this. Then again, they give some attention to the style of referencing. Style of referencing, MLA, this is the kind of version of a referencing style. That what version of APA has been used, what version of MLA style of referencing has been used, what version of some other referencing style has been used. It matters a lot, because you are going to put the same citations, you are going to put the same references in your own study as well. This I will make another video that how to put references. What style, particular style can be taken for a particular kind of study. Reason being, for management based studies, there are some other style of referencing. Literature based studies, referencing is different than hypothetical studies, referencing is different. Educational based studies, referencing is different. Where to put them, how to put them, why to put them. This I will make a separate video on that, because it is a wider topic to discuss. We will come across somehow in the third, fourth lecture in my series. You can find the same on my channel in coming 15 or 20 days. I will discuss that all as well somehow. Okay. Then again, Google is likely to give most of the answers, but not all. Google is having responses which are being told to it. I will not say that Google is going to collect information. Google is collecting information because Google is now, in the present time, Google is having its own artificial intelligence. The people who had made Google, those who had promoted Google, they are working 24/7 to prefer the prioritization somehow. I think that this is the right pronunciation. Okay. How to prioritize the avenues, what you searched for. But then again, this is up to us, this is up to the company, this is up to the guide, this is up to the university, this is up to the research scholar even, that what kind of answers you are looking forward that are coming out of Google. Answers are standard in general. Answers are standard, they are not tailor-made. They are not tailor-made. You have to, if one keyword is being found in a whole document, that document will be shown on Google. You are going to download that. And when you come across that, okay, on this 500 page document, only one line has been written on mutual funds. Oh my god, that doesn't meet my topic at all. You had taken 30-40 minutes to download the same, and when it comes to usage, you find that only one line is of use. But, my dear, you have to you have to, get through from this process. You have to do it. Anyhow, try to physical libraries and logbooks. Physical libraries are the best friends. Physical libraries are the best friends. Maybe you are finding the latest edition available in the physical libraries maybe of 10, 15, 5 years back. Minimum 5 years back editions are available over there, but because the agencies have supposed to buy the books and give it to the libraries, then institutions are supposed to buy the books and donate to the libraries. People are going to buy the books and donate them to the libraries. So when, how, why, and where are the basic answers which are available, which are being already asked in physical libraries, that when we are supposed to get the particular edition of a book. But then again, you can sit there on a quiet mode, silently over there. There is no disturbance. You are having a computer in front of you. You can have the access to PCs. Then you are having the access to internet. We are having the access to Google. We are having the access to a different number of platforms in a physical library as well, and even in the law books. Physical library means the libraries, the public libraries. We are visiting the school libraries, maybe the college libraries, maybe the university libraries. So it depends that what you are looking forward to, what you are exactly looking forward to. That this information is necessary for my study. Point is saying you have to take the notes. You have to take the notes. If you find a reference, find 10, 15 references in your library, then you have to quote them. You have to keep the track of them. That yes, these 50, 20 references are going to help me in my study. So this is the need of physical library and logbooks. Then put all the relevant material in tabular form. Why? Simple question is why? Why to put them in a tabular form? We know everything. We have to just present it in a formal manner. No, it is not like that. If you want to make your or worth your material presentable in front of a person, then you have to present it in a form of table. Simple as that. Because it is necessary for the case of understanding and even for the case of presentation. Everyone will understand that yes, you have done this. Like you can see over here, this is one simple example. This is one reference from my scholar, from my own scholar, who has considered around 250 different references. Maybe the research papers, maybe the articles, maybe the newspapers, maybe Google, maybe Financial Express, or whatever the sources are. So first of all, this is the serial number. The second is detail only refers to the person. Okay. Reference format is APA. This is APA, where the name of the writer is given at the first stance, then year is given, then the name of study is given, basic outcomes are given, title is given over there, then also the gap. This is very important in a literature review. Whenever you are conducting a literature review, you have to find the gaps. You have to find the gaps. That in the last 10 years, this was done and this was not done. So, there is a gap. There is a gap between the orientation of people, between the presentation of people, and even between your own approach and the approach which had been considered in the previous 5 years or 7 years stage. So gap has to be identified. There has to be some difference. Maybe like a small difference, I can tell you that in a 5 years period of time, when I had started to work 5 years back, there was i3. i3 is the kind of processor available in a laptop or a computer. So i3 was there. I had started from i3, and in the span of 2 years or 2.5 years, when I finished my study, i5 was in exercise. Okay, I5 was an exercise. So I was not having anything to do with that. But a person coming after me has to take up from i5 processors. That the latest processor is i5, and in the last 2 years, what the studies he or she is going to do, next generation is coming up. i6, i7, and i8, 9, 10, whatever it is, or whatever the nomenclature is being provided by Microsoft. It depends on them totally. But then again, yes, there has to be some change. That change has to be identified in the form of a gap. Okay. So first thing is study number, detail in the name, in the form of name of a person, year he or she is publishing that, outcome, or few, just 1 or 2 lines that what he or she has found out. Then title of the study as such, or where the paper has been published. Gap, what is the gap? Okay, so this is a tabular form. You can put all the 100, 200, 300 studies in this form, and keep on eliminating which are of not so much use to you. You can do that. Okay. Feedback, get the feedback. This is every time important. At every stage of collecting information, going to certain avenues, then again checking and rechecking of the avenues, you can get the feedback. You can get the feedback from your own seniors, as I told you earlier also, your parents, your senior available at the level of your UG and PG classes, then your teachers, then your own guide, your own panel, your own researchers who had been registered 1, 2, or 3 years prior to you. You can show them as well. Then you can show the same to your peer groups also. You can post that the same thing on your own Facebook or Twitter page, where people can give you the feedback. Okay, now get the feedback and make necessary changes. Wait for some time. Wait for some time to get the real feedback. Maybe time lapse can be 1 month, 10 days, 15 days, a month, 2 months, or 3 months or so. Collect a real feedback and make required changes. Okay, now when you had done all these things, you are ready with your literature review part. By the time I had finished this PPT, I suppose I had discussed all the values important. And if you keep the track of the same, you will get a precise form of literature review, which will let you make it happen. Let you make it happen means that this thing, if you process this, if you find this, if you follow this, this is going to help you a lot in your literature review part. Exactly. Okay, thank you. Anyhow, I am going to come up with a new video on another topic in coming 10-15 days. I will be looking forward to the comments and requests of few people that what shall be the next topic also. Okay, so thank you. This is the literature review part, and I will be coming with a new video in no piece of time. Okay, thank you all of you. Please do like and subscribe my channel, so it will be easier for me to get the latest information and avenues to come at your doorstep, at your screens. Okay, thank you. Please subscribe.